It's week 6 of the NFL, and we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Bears and the Lions, and it's coming up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
On play action, here's Tua. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 56 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's not a bad idea, not at all. You've got a bunch of defenders reeling a little bit back on their heels after just giving up a big play. You take another shot and hope to complete it. In this case, though, it falls incomplete.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Danico Autry in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Goff now looks to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Now it's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 61 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. A shotgun snap for Goff. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Montgomery is in for a Lions touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down to the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 114 yards, and a score.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Tua now on 1st down. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. You talk about this Lions defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league. Yeah,
this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Herbert powering up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 2nd down, they go back to Herbert. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Dewan Smoot getting in there, recording the sack.
Trying to create a little bit of that hocus-pocus with some magic. But the defense, not impressed at all. They don't lose contain on this very dangerous runner, and they get a big stop.
On fourth down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Gibbs straight ahead. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. Good footwork. Evades the tackle, and now some space. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first and 10, it's Gibson. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it concluded with the touchdown pass to Antonio Gibson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 3. Tua going to throw. Right side, Claypool's got it. And Claypool going to have a Bears first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Here's a give to Herbert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From It's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. Quick slant. Caught by Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Now Tua. Quick slant, finding Claypool. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Claypool with another catch. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Tua now, 3rd and goal. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And shoves him off at the 20.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Goff.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Goff.
And again back to Komet. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Goff off the bootleg.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw is Goff. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. A handoff for Herbert. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. It's Herbert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases, because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for a lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
Took him down in the backfield with those instincts. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On the return, it's James. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Lions will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. A quick throw there is incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense.
It got his man complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Levi Onwuzurike able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Here's Herbert. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Play action. Now Bajan. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Herbert. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They're now 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake, it's Bajan. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown Bears. Jelani Woods from 8 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Now for the point after. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So the drive there took 6 plays. And a Jelani Woods touchdown catch capped things off. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Gone. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. With it is Jackson. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Chicago offense set to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. In motion left, that's Jackson. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. 3rd and 4. Here's Bajent. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, Bajent. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. Throwing here, Bajent. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Levi Onwuzurike. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing now, Bajent. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete here to Kmet. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. The Lions now are going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And again, back to Kmet. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming at the 6-yard line. Now Goff. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Here's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
Remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where you see the final score there. Will Levis, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And that one's gone to the half with the visiting Broncos on top. 3 touchdown passes there for Mac Jones. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Tank Dell, a touchdown reception. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. Down the left sideline. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Jackson now to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st and 10, it's Bajan. That's complete to Mooney. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. To throw is Bajan. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Reed McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 1. Handoff now to Gibbs. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Another run for Gibbs here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter,
They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think
he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead.
That drive, they really increased their cushion. Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Bajan. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. James now to return it. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yeah.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Looks like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Goff. And quick throw here, that's complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Herbert now on the option. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw, Bajan. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Bajan to throw. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 105 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try the air now with Goff. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Lucas Van Ness. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. On the give, here's Gibbs. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 without the 4. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Here's Goff. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but
They'll take the three, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On first down, Bajan. And this one's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing here, Bajan. Out of his hands quick to Jackson. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 1st down, Lions on a pickup of 13. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodon.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from the 20. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. For the Notre Dame man, Chase Claypool, in this offense, ready for their upcoming possession. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a 1st down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Throwing now, Bajan. That's to the sideline and incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Airing it out deep for Woods. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Play action. It's gone. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Dominique Robinson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And the slot man goes in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The Lions on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Here's Bajan. And this will be caught by Mooney. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Bajan. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. They'll look to throw again. It's Jackson again on the reception. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 2. Herbert powering up the middle.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Holding offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed it, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. A give up the middle to Johnson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Johnson again, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
Tackle made by Ole Miss's Marquise Haynes. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Detroit, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside Charles.